Wow, what a shocker from HP. They've come out, they said they had to write down about $8 billion on the Autonomy acquisition. We knew it was a bad deal. We knew they overpaid, but now HP is saying that there might be something else involved, fraud. So, Rob, you're looking at the Autonomess. What have you found? I mean, how do we even start to reel this thing back?
Well, you have to think, okay, what's been the history of HP over the past 10 years? It's been a complete disaster, and this is just the culmination of it, if you want to view it that way. They've gone out and they've done it's a $60 billion worth of acquisitions. The company's worth about $23 billion today. They've got a huge amount of debt in the balance sheet. It's just
a massive disaster. I mean, as you wrote a couple months ago, quite presciently, is this a Kodak or a Moment or a Xerox? And it's looking, as you said, more like a Kodak,
yeah.
Which is a company that basically had once, an awesome past, was once a leader in its field. And you think about HP, these guys are the Valley. Silicon Valley is HP.
Yeah, I mean, they were the Romulus and Remus of the Valley.
Right, exactly.
They went out, 2 engineers in a garage, and they went out there and founded this huge company.
Dave and Bill in the garage.
And their employees went on to fund lots of other companies.
So here's the other problem with this. They paid cash for Autonomy, right? And the way, if you want to overpay, please pay with stock.
Like AOL Time Warner. Arguably, he was smarter than that deal.
Yeah, so now HP is stuck having spent the cash, or their only redress, if there were the kind of misrepresentations they're talking about, is in the courts, which takes forever, and they're probably not going to get it back. And meanwhile, you've got this business, the rest of their business declining. But I mean, but think about what's happening when they did this deal. They had a procession of CEOs going through.
This is Leo Apotheker, who was the CEO at the time.
Apotheker, but they got rid of him almost. It seemed immediately after they hired him, and after he okayed this deal, the board was dysfunctional. Some of them didn't even meet him before they hired him.
And this is a board that is a history of dysfunction.
Yeah, and this is the board that okayed this deal. So in a way, you can think, well, maybe the Autonomy guys were gussying this up. Maybe Autonomy's advisors fell down on the job. Maybe HP's advisors.
So let's go through that. Let's go through the advisors.
But HP's board was in a total mess.
So the board,
they were never going to get it right.
Right. Meg Whitman's saying, the head of strategy is gone. The CEO to the deal was gone. It's all over. And you can, and this is a big blame game going on. But you're right. There's one constancy, which would be the board. So we have to look at that. Mark Andreessen, the man who says that software is going to eat the world, very clearly pushed this deal, pushed this, with Leo Apotheker, who he brought in. Where is he on this?
Well, he brought in Apotheker, and other board members didn't even meet the guy before he came on.
Right.
It shows just how dysfunctional the board is.
Right.
And when you get those sort of dysfunctions, you make mistakes.
Right. Now the advisors, okay. Deloitte and Touche, of course, famously, Agnes wrote a couple weeks ago or months ago, she said, we need to talk about Deloitte.
Well, they kind of cropped up in a bunch of problem situations.
Diamond Foods.
They were singled out a little bit by the U.S. regulators for some criticism as well. So that, of the big four,
so people have to look at them. Then you also have the advisors, the guys selling. Of course, we had Frank Quattrone and Catalyst, as we wrote about them, saying basically that when Catalyst comes knocking, a buyer ought to be running.
We had some bad Latin, caveat catalyst. Right?
Caveat catalyst. But the point is, he's very good at gussying up, selling businesses, getting a huge price. He's definitely the guy you want on your side when you're selling your business, but buyer beware. Okay, well, look, we'll keep looking at this. There's a lot more to write about it, and we'll be back with more Breaking Views tomorrow.